Good to go.
Good to go? All right. Well, it's Friday Night Flies once again. Brand new season 2015/16. Yeah, we've been gone for a while, so let's see if I can remember everything. I'm Boulder. Behind the desk is Brad himself from Pemberton Fish Finder, where we talk trout. And of course, we're in our tying headquarters of Spud Valley Sporting Goods, downtown Pemberton, 1380 Birch Street. And yeah, I think that's all of it. And of course, we are Friday Night Flies. Join us on Facebook and on our website, FridayNightFlies.com, to see all of our great episodes. And stay tuned every Friday night because we're going to be back like clockwork. Fridays, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
We might miss a couple days.
Yeah, it happens here and there, but I think we're set to be back again for the season, tying up patterns all winter.
We got a new LED light that's shining in on us, and it's
a little blinding. So if you see me looking away a little, it's new, it's bright, it's fantastic. Awesome. And just as we're kicking off, Scotty Holmes just came through the door, so he'll be up after me tying an egg pattern, I believe.
Yeah, egg pattern.
Psychedelic, or what did you call it?
The nuclear egg.
The
pattern.
Nuclear egg pattern. So make sure you come back and watch that. So we won't hold you back any longer.
What are you doing?
I am calling this
JIC.
the JIC. The just in case.
All else fails.
All else fails, you throw this fly on, and you're guaranteed to be getting into some salmon. And you know what? This would work on trout too.
It looks like 100%. You had to change your shirt, Scotty, yeah?
I had to do a little wardrobe change.
I can see it. Well, it's a new that's your color.
I borrowed one of Brad's old shirts because he doesn't even fit these triple XLs anymore.
No, hell no.
But yeah, so that's our flights. One of our flights tonight. Give her a little spin so you can see it. So it is chum and coho season right now out here. We are October 30th.
You know what? Actually, I've got a quick picture, a screen share I can show.
Yeah, you can screen share. You can go do. Are you screen sharing the fishing report or just photos?
Yeah, the fishing report. It's on there right now. So if you guys are looking for something to do, something to read, as you can see, we've got the fish finder here. What is the address is up the top here, permanentfishfinder.com/reports. You'll see what we've been doing. And there's a beautiful chum salmon. I think that was actually caught on that pattern.
Is it the big gnarly one right on the front?
Big one, yeah, you got her. So
that was that pattern.
That's what we're tying them for. And you got a coho on that pattern as well. And I'm going to show you a pattern that I was using that I got 3 coho on, so I was pretty stoked about.
Green?
Yes, the chartreuse. But anyhow, we'll get back to the fly. So,
all right, so here we are. We'll get into it. This we are starting off with is a number 4 5XL mustad streamer hook. I don't really care what brand you use, but just make sure it's a pretty lengthy. I know you care, Scotty. But yeah, I like running mustags. They're affordable, or mustad. And then we have a 7/32 gold bead for the head. And I've just tied on some of our red thread. I was just using red because this whole fly is themed red, and to tell you the truth, my black was getting pretty thin at home, so I had to switch up colors a little. So we've wrapped right back to just past the hook point, or to where the hook starts to bend. We're going to bring our thread right back up to the head. And I got myself some of this holographic uni-mylar. Yeah, mylar, whatever you want to call it. I always say things funny and everybody corrects me, so it makes me second guess what I'm saying.
That's all good, man.
That's what it is right there.
That's
holographic orange. I've also tied this one up with the holographic silver. Both of them work the same. And we're going to get that attached in right at the head and go right down the body. One of the reasons why I started all the way up at the head is it keeps that shank uniform for when we're wrapping this mylar back up. All right, so we're going to bring our thread all the way back up again, and now we're going to start doing our body. Grab your body material here and just start wrapping.
Wicka wrap.
So yeah, right now it's been pretty fun out there on the Squamish River. A lot of nice big salmon coming through.
It's an exciting time of year.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
And we're waiting for them to start entering the Birkenhead up here in Pemberton.
And that was after a very great pink salmon run this year.
Yeah,
Pink salmon was amazing, eh?
Squamish is a pretty tough place to beat when the pink are in, and the coho and the chum, and jeez, makes me just think about fishing daily.
It does. How are you?
Good.
All right, so we got that wrapped right up to the bead. A couple wraps can secure it and get rid of that tagging. So next, what we're using is some UV polar chenille. That's what that guy looks like. It is the silver, and it's the long or the large. And so now you notice I've back wrapped a little bit for this fly. We got a lot of material still going in, and I do a little dubbing right behind that bead. So I'm probably about the same distance as the as how thick the bead is. And I'm going to wrap that mylar, or sorry, that polar chenille on there. And I'm going to grab the thread part with my hackle pliers. Now I'm just doing, make sure we get these fibers sticking out. There we go. So just tease them out with your fingers. Make sure that they're pointing backwards. And I'm just doing basically one wrap with those. So what we were finding is that the patterns that were a little bit more sparse were more effective than some of the bigger ones. Tonight as well, if there's time, I have one other pattern that I'm going to be doing, another coho one, and it's a lot fuller, but we've been experimenting with a lot of different patterns, and we were getting a lot more takes in the mouth with the subtle flies. So now that we got that in, we're going to move into our forming our wing. So I got some UV bucktail here. And think sparsely. You don't want to be making this wing too heavy. So I got myself a little chunk here. And we're just going to measure this up. So I want this polar bear, or sorry, this bucktail, to be coming just past the end of the hook here. It's pretty light on that side, so that's my length. I'm going to pinch it off. Cut those front tags out of there. And we're going to get this on behind the bead. And just maneuver it, make sure that bucktail stays right on top. Otherwise, it'll start making your fly swim on its side. Liking the way that is. I'm really going to secure that stuff down. Nice full wrap. There we go. Looking pretty good. So we got it all right up on top. Next is our flashabou. So I got this nice red flashabou here. I'm going to peel off about 4 to 5 strips of it. And now we're going to get it down to size. So what I'm doing is I'm just folding over so the tips are all together.
Hey, we'd like to say hi to everybody that's viewing, the million in attendance online. I think other people are just as excited about Friday Night Flies being on as we are.
Yeah, we're pretty.
I'm actually a little bit nervous about tying tonight. I'm like shell-shocked here.
Oh, I've been dreaming about it for a couple of weeks now. So I got my flashabou here, and I always use the ends that are staggered. So that's my last cut, and they're all pretty flush. But I like to use my staggered ends to the back. It gives a little bit more randomness. And again, that flashabou is going to be about the same length as the bucktail. So I can see it's a little bit longer. So I'm just going to clean off that end so that it's nice and clean when I tie it in. Once again, we want to keep all that right on top of that bucktail. So tie it right back in to where you tied that bucktail to. Beautiful, right on top. Let's give it a little twist there. There we go. Just filling in that little space that's forming. So, last but not least, is we're going to work with a little Lady Amherst here. So this is kind of like a married wing fly, sort of. So Lady Amherst really sticks together. The fibers of it kind of Velcro themselves together. So I'm going to get myself a little piece. There's maybe 8 strands there. Don't want to make it too thick, and I'm going to do a wing on both sides of that flashabou. So to keep those together, I'm going to make sure that I cut them off the Lady Amherst and I don't peel them off. And so what we're going to do is find our length. So I want this to be just a little bit shorter than all that bucktail and flashabou. So there's my length. I'm going to pinch it, keep that firm, and with my other fingers I'm going to squish down so that when I have a little tie-in spot. And what that'll do is keep the rest of that wing all together. So one loose wrap, hang your thread there, and you can position it. So I want it just running a little bit on an upward angle. Now you see how all those fibers, they stay together and form a little wing on that one side. I'm going to leave those until I get the next one in.
It's funny though, after about 1 or 2 fish, that thing starts to come apart, and then that I found is when it was really starting to work.
Oh yeah.
Notice that?
Just, yeah, once those Lady Amherst start getting spread, it just creates more of that sparseness.
You guys mind if I fit some scope covers on my rifle here?
Yeah, it's fine.
So once again, so we're going to find the wing on the other side, match them up, pinch it down. You get a little tie-in spot.
Maybe let the viewers know that we're live at Squid Belly Sporting Goods and people do come up and ask us random things.
Yeah, the shop is still open even though we're doing the show. That's all part of the charm, right? Alright, so we got those wings in good position. So I'm just going to tighten her down a little bit. We'll get rid of the tags.
What? Christian?
Alright, so to do this final, I'm going to just hold all that wing together. Make sure I get some good wraps in there so this stuff doesn't move around. And then to finish this off, we're going to do a little laser dubbing head on it. So I got myself some orange, fluorescent orange laser dubbing here. Again, another great UV product. I just need to put a little bit on that thread. Not too bushy. I like to do it nice and tight. And I'm just going to build a little collar right behind that bead. Make sure it fills in that space behind the bead. There we go. Last but not least, give her a little whip finish. All right, we'll just give it one last little check, make sure those wings are good.
Yeah, give her a nice spin too once you got her.
So there we go. That's one side and the other. That wing's starting to fall down a little. Just pop it up into place. And like you were saying, once it starts getting fish, that wing will start to spread out. But it does stay together pretty good. So that is the JIC. And once Brad gets off the till, then we'll go back up to our other camera and we'll sign out and we'll let Scotty Holmes slide in here and he'll be back with a fly. But that is the just in case.
All else fails.
All else fails fish. Or fly.
You're up top.
So thanks for watching us. Welcome back for another season. We're really excited to be back here. It's Friday Night Flies. I'm Boulder saying love the tug.
We got a great lineup for you tonight too.
And that's Brad in the background.
Yes.